producers afraid of Brock Lesnar? Is fear backstage shaping how WWE handles Brock Lesnar? A bold claim has resurfaced involving Brock Lesnar, and this time it comes from someone who knows the locker room well. Former WWE star Matt Riddle recently suggested that producers often feel intimidated when working with the Beast incarnate. According to Riddle, the concern isn't about professionalism, it's about unpredictability. WWE producers are responsible for structuring matches and segments, mapping out key moments, and ensuring timing stays tight. But when Lesnar is involved, Riddle implied that things don't always unfold exactly as planned. He referenced the now infamous Elimination Chamber moment, when Lesnar entered the structure earlier than expected and broke into a pod before his scheduled cue. That sequence, which also involved Bobby Lashley, created real-time adjustments inside the chamber, whether it was spontaneous instinct or calculated intensity. It reinforced Lesnar's aura, but also highlighted how quickly control can shift. Riddle's stance was straightforward. Producers shouldn't operate from fear. In his view, Lesnar is a top-tier performer, but still part of the structured production. If something crosses a line, there are systems in place to handle it. His broader argument was that confidence behind the scenes is just as important as dominance in the ring. Of course, Lesnar's reputation as a legitimate combat sports star, combined with his larger-than-life presence, naturally commands respect. Few names in WWE carry that level of authenticity and physical credibility. But does that translate into backstage intimidation? That's where opinions begin to split. WWE has never publicly indicated dysfunction surrounding Lesnar's segments. Still, Riddle's remarks offer an interesting glimpse into how high-profile personalities can impact the creative process. Is it fear, or simply respect for one of the most dominant figures in WWE history? CM Punk responds to Drew McIntyre. Was Roman Reigns' decision really the easy option? After Roman Reigns won the 2026 Royal Rumble and chose to challenge CM Punk at WrestleMania 42, Drew McIntyre didn't hold back. McIntyre suggested that Reigns picked Punk because it was the safest path, implying the tribal chief avoided a tougher challenge. But CM Punk has now responded, and his answer was calm, calculated, and focused, rather than getting dragged into the easy option narrative. Punk made it clear that his priorities are elsewhere. He stated that his attention isn't on who says what, or even on who wins Elimination Chamber. In his view, his road is already set. His WrestleMania match is locked in, and his job now is preparation, physically and mentally. Punk emphasized that he doesn't need to compete for positioning. He doesn't need to prove he belongs in the main event. From his perspective, the only thing that matters is defending his World Heavyweight Championship against Roman Reigns on the biggest stage possible. That confidence sends a message of its own. While McIntyre tried to frame the situation as strategic avoidance, Punk's response reframed it as inevitability. He isn't concerned with narratives. He's focused on recovery, training, and delivering when the spotlight is brightest. Meanwhile, WWE is reportedly leaning heavily into star power heading into WrestleMania, especially with ticket sales under scrutiny. Featuring names like Roman Reigns and CM Punk prominently in upcoming appearances could be part of a larger push to maximize momentum. The tension is building naturally. No shouting, no over-the-top promises. Just two top-tier stars heading toward collision, and a champion who sounds very certain he's walking out the same way he walks in. Logan Paul wanted Suplex City. It wasn't random. Logan Paul actually asked for it. During the 2026 Royal Rumble match, fans watched Brock Lesnar launch Logan Paul into Suplex City in a moment that instantly grabbed attention. On the surface, it looked like a standard high-impact Lesnar spot, but the real story behind it is far more interesting. Logan Paul later revealed that the Suplex sequence wasn't forced on him. In fact, he personally approached Brock Lesnar and requested the moment himself. For Paul, taking a suplex from one of the most dominant figures in WWE history wasn't just about screen time, it was about respect. He reportedly saw it as an honor. That mindset stands out in today's wrestling environment. Many performers focus on protecting their image, minimizing risk, or preserving momentum. Logan Paul, however, willingly stepped into one of the most physically demanding spots possible. Getting thrown by Lesnar is not light work. It requires trust, timing, and absolute commitment. What makes it more layered is the association both men have historically had with Paul Heyman. On paper, there's a shared connection there. Yet inside the Rumble, none of that mattered. The moment delivered exactly what was supposed to. Impact. Paul's willingness to take that risk reinforces something fans have gradually begun acknowledging. His dedication to professional wrestling feels genuine. Financially, he doesn't need WWE, but performances like this suggest he wants credibility within it. In an era where authenticity is constantly questioned, moments like this help separate performance from passion. The suplex wasn't just a highlight, it was a statement. Judgment Day members dating rumors. Are two members of the Judgment Day secretly dating? The answer appears to be no, and it came directly from the source. Speculation had been floating around about a possible off-screen relationship between Raquel Rodriguez and fellow Judgment Day member JD McDonough. But during a recent appearance on Inside the Ring by TMZ, Rodriguez addressed both her dating preferences and the rumors head-on. Speaking openly, she explained the type of men she's usually drawn to. So, usually just as being a tall girl, I would go with tall and skinny for sure. Being an ex-basketball player, that's kind of the vibe, right? All the basketball players. I mean, I've had crushes on lots of basketball players. They're all kind of tall and skinny. But I do think short kings are having a moment. And when you say short and muscular, I'm like, maybe, because short kings are having a moment and my brain is altering a little bit. So maybe I could make a short king work one of these days. However, when the conversation shifted toward McDonough, Rodriguez quickly clarified the situation. Well, listen, he's McDonough, taken, yeah, so we can't go that route. But Carlito was a little bit shorter than me. I love Carly. He's so great. So we're open, but I'd say tall and skinny first. That statement effectively shuts down any speculation about a romance within the Judgment Day, at least between those two members. WWE has no shortage of real-life couples, but this pairing isn't one of them. For now, it seems any chemistry between Rodriguez and McDonough remains strictly professional inside the faction. WWE banning watch parties. Is WWE tightening control? Because ticket sales are slipping, a major behind-the-scenes shift is unfolding ahead of WrestleMania 42. And it's not just about match cards. According to multiple reports, WWE has taken steps to block or prevent independent watch parties and large-scale screening events in a host city during WrestleMania weekend. Traditionally, WrestleMania week turns into a city-wide celebration. Local venues, bars, and independent promoters host viewing events, meetups, and themed shows that add to the atmosphere. However, this year the company appears focused on funneling as much demand as possible directly into official ticket sales. And it's not limited to WrestleMania. Similar restrictions are reportedly in place for the upcoming Elimination Chamber event in Chicago. The strategy seems clear: reduce alternative viewing options and encourage fans to purchase tickets for the live event instead of attending unofficial gatherings. Why the shift? Ticket sales have reportedly been under heavier scrutiny than usual. Even after discount adjustments, movement has been slower compared to previous years. Attendance is one metric WWE cannot easily spin or reinterpret. It's visible and measurable. A packed stadium sends a message. Empty seats do too. By limiting external watch parties, WWE may be attempting to consolidate its audience and protect gate revenue. It's a business-first move, but one that also signals a more competitive environment than the company has faced in recent WrestleMania seasons. Whether this tactic successfully boosts numbers remains to be seen. But one thing is clear: WWE appears fully aware that live attendance matters more than ever heading into WrestleMania 42. And when business strategies start changing, it usually means pressure is real. Subscribe for more wrestling news videos.